Oh, hello there. This is me just documenting one of the new quests. And I'll tell you up front, if you don't want to know what happens, turn it off now. I'm documenting this for myself. You're welcome to watch, of course, but if you do, it'll be spoiled for you. Your choice. Give you 5 seconds to think about that. Okay. Now, I've been in here once already. I've got a quest. And that quest is that one there. I have not completed that quest, so I'm not handing in that quest on this character. I have completed it on my tank. The aim of doing this is simply to document things, because I know when I complete the quest I won't be able to come back in here again. I had to try this at least once. I'm aware that you can't get at this guy for now. Well, I don't think you can get at this guy for now. Maybe there's another way. I don't think that's for this stream. Okay. So I missed one guy already. I'll go and have a chat to him. The porter. And it's night time, so he's giving me that stare. The other fixes its gaze unwaveringly upon you as you approach. What is this place? The other does not speak to you, but simply stretches out its cloaked arm. With one bony finger points up towards the Eye of Ibex and the top of the plateau. It never removes its gaze from you. Yeah, that's pretty obvious. You feel very uneasy in its presence and resolve to follow its instructions quickly. Eye of Ibex. That big planet up there. So it's pointing up in that direction, obviously. I'll not put run speed on. Thank you, phone. Now this zone has only been available for, well, the week or so that this patch has been available. Looks magnificent. You can see that we're in the middle of Red Shore Forest. There's Grizzle Peaks over here, the Red Shore here. We're sort of in that central map of, we're sort of in here, looking down there. Grizzle Peaks down there. Okay, first place we'll go. I don't think there was anyone over this side. There is another building in the back corner. I don't think, yeah, you're not allowed to go any further than that. Or you get very close to that edge and then, oh, you're an idiot. Then you're just back to that point where you can. Apologies. Feel free to laugh at that. Anyway, I'm not doing that again. I hope. So in here we've got the Watcher, and we also have the Keeper. We also have this table with lots of things. What can he say to me? The Watcher watches your approach with an unwavering gaze. As you draw near, its head tips slightly to one side. Could you tell me where this happened? The other points steadily towards the south. Okay, unfortunately we're not going to get all the content we got first time through. Just a bit of a shame. The other watches you approach carefully and gestures in welcome, as if it's been expecting you. Who are you? The Watcher reaches inside the folds of its garments and produces a file, similar to the ones about your head in this room. Oh, okay. Opens the file and offers it to you with a waiting gesture, inviting you to smell its aroma. Smell the contents. As you smell the somewhat bitter aroma from the file, your consciousness shifts. You suddenly feel taller and you're in a room filled with more others. You seem to be experiencing this vision from the eyes of another, as if you are viewing its memories. There is a feeling of worry and consternation to this gathering. Something terrible has recently been discovered. You can hear speech and understand it, but it does not sound like any language you recognise, nor even words at all. The brethren are discussing a great and disturbing revelation. Memories are important and must be kept safe. Our memories link us to our humanity. If we forget, we lose ourselves completely. We must create memories and keep them safe. They are discussing who would be the best to take up this crucial task. They come to a conclusion and nominate you. You recognise it will be a wearisome task, but accept the nomination to become the keeper of memories. Aha. Hand it back to him. What is this place? The aroma you experience is hearty and determined, reminds you of a safe space. Suddenly your consciousness shifts. You and many of your brethren toil with creation essence. You are creating a grotto for the Watcher, so he can carry out his duty to observe the small ones with care. A safe and secret place those who are broken away do not know about. They do not know about it. You are creating a place for the Keeper to create vivid and lasting memories that your brethren can come and watch, to remember your humanity and avoid the madness that awaits if you should lose them. You are creating and protecting Watcher's grotto. What are you? The aroma of this file burns your nostrils briefly before your consciousness shifts. You see a blinding flash of light tinged with an ember hue. When your vision returns, you look at your hand as it grasps the creation stone. It no longer looks like your hand. As you turn your gaze to others, you see a sight that horrifies you. Many who were near you are now gone, and those who remain all grasp creation stones. They are looking about in a similar manner. To your mind, the others you see are a grotesque husk of their former selves. The vision shifts. You walk beside the others and ponder the hundreds of years that have passed since the transformation of your people, or at least those who remain. And yet the light of creation has not faded in the faces of your companions. Their visages still shine brightly with an ember hue. It is as if the very world around you is constantly renewing the life force within you. It seems you are doomed to walk this path forever. No death is coming to release you. The world is keeping you alive, Mr. Keeper, while you look after the memories. And such it is. And such it is. Let's go and talk to this young fella. Watchful other. The other fixes its gaze unwaveringly upon you as you approach. Who are the others? The other cocks its head sideways in confusion. Huh? Who are you and your folk? Where did you come from? You see many scenes flash before you in quick succession. Scenes of a tribal people at first, a small collective. They are doing many things to survive, and their existence seems quite harsh at first. Then, as the scenes continue, the people grow in number and the tribal ways and garb slowly recede. They build towns and mines and learn alchemy. They mark the ways of the stars and name the Eye of Ibex. They use creation stones to build fortresses and kingdoms. They travel great distances in the blink of an eye and communicate over vast spaces of empty land. We who remain, the ones called we who remain by the young ones, by the small ones, which is obviously just a changing of the words we who remain, we who remain, we who ramen. The other draws file away from you telekinetically. Yep. What happened to the we who remain? Another file is offered. Smell of this file causes you to briefly feel pain and anguish. The ground shakes, the trees part, enormous beasts emerge from the north. You see them atop your position on the city wall. Panic fills you, the vision shifts. The Council of Magi meets in the courts of Ibaxis. They discuss the use of creation energy to fight the beasts. The vision shifts. You stand before a communicator modelled after the great Ibex. You sprinkle in the required reagents and the creation dust. You shout that we who remain must flee south at all haste to the original valley and make a last defence there. The vision shifts. You stand atop a great wall that is stretched between two mountains. You're in the southern valley and you face north with great apprehension. The ground shakes and great winged creatures blot out the sun as they pass between it and you. Your brethren have failed to get the cartloads of creation stone behind the wall. Some of the brethren are still on the north side of the wall trapped. It is too late. The great assault has begun. As winged creatures bring to bear their fearsome talons and beaks and their great size upon the top of the wall, the Magi attack with rays of creation energy. Many die on both sides. Gargantuan monsters strike at the wall below as you cast rays of creation energy at them. It is hopeless. There are too many, and though the wall is thick, it will not hold. You grasp for a solution. You cast about for a way to save your people. There below are many carts of creation stone. You take aim and regret it for the rest of your unending life. There is a blinding flash of ember-hued light. When you can see again, the beasts are no more, but alas, most of the people are gone as well, on both the north and the south sides of the wall. Those who remain are only the Magi and the warriors who carry creation stones. The rest have been erased. The other draws the file away from you. Do you know anything about the ruins in this land? A sweet and utterly pleasant aroma fills your nose and your lungs. Your vision shifts. As you walk through the valley, you are reflecting on the tenacity of we who remain. Despite the great sundering, the opening of the great chasm separating you from the Southlands and from other tribes, and the utter decimation of most of your people, we who remain have adjusted well to the harsh circumstances. We have found creation stones, we have tapped into the very power of creation, and we have cooperated with the energy of creation to ease our survival. All about you are stone dwellings, wrought by the hands of we who remain. There are mines, quarries, creation stones in abundance, and great undertakings in unlocking their secrets. Humanity is finally thriving in these Northlands after years of struggle. Humanity, interesting. Culture is forming, and the first great city is being built, a strong, safe place upon the shores of the north, near the Andra Mountains. Pride swells in your heart to be counted among we who remain, yet back to work side by side with the others. I recognise that valley, but there was no great wall like the old wall we have now. There was no great wall like the old wall we have now. This memory was from before the old wall was built. He nods. So you are saying these people are the we who remain, and that they built all the ruins by hand. Okay. Boy, did I go the wrong way there. Let's just go back there. Let's have a chat with this young fella. Are you friends or enemies of New Haven? The other brings one hand to his breast and extends the other palm outward towards you. It seems to you like a gesture of peace and friendship. You imitate the gesture and the other nods. It then holds out an open file towards you. Your nose tingles with a bitter scent, and then your consciousness shifts. You stand before a group of small ones, at a farm and make to the foremost one a gesture of peace as you slowly walk towards him. His face reflects panic. He shudders, grasps his left shoulder and collapses. The other farmers begin to scream in rage. They begin casting their harvest towards you and your brethren. You signal all your brethren to depart. You feel shame at having failed to express friendship to the small ones. Perhaps they are more fragile than you recall being yourself. Perhaps watching from afar is best. Perhaps one day you will try again. Are there more of you? The other nods twice and holds up 3 fingers. After producing a file it opens and offers it to you. 3 fingers. You inhale deeply and your nostrils tingle with a new yet familiar smell. You sit beside your dear friend. He is losing his way in his memory of who he was. As he fades in and out of rational thought, you tell him stories of the past, of his humanity. This seems to ease his suffering. There are many lost ones. They no longer communicate with the brethren. They cannot. Those valiant warriors who once protected where you remain with creation stones and the sword have begun to slip slowly away from their humanity. They have completely forgotten where they came from and who they were, instead travelling back to their former posts at Abaxis, mindlessly defending it from any who draw near. Your heart is breaking as you sit beside your brother who slips slowly into madness. You begin to remind him of another happy memory of his humanity, but he has forgotten. He is lost now. He rises and begins his slow, mindless march to Arbaxis. The vision blurs and begins to shift. In the ruins of the first solid home near the water, Fiera Valnith, many have gathered. You can sense a great unrest amongst the brethren. One ambitious sister starts to articulate the position of many who've gathered. She tells of power in this new form. She tells of a potential future not just of we, but of all humanity. The small ones should be transformed. The sleeping ones, like Ibex the Great from before the great assault at the Great Wall, should be awoken and transformed for their knowledge and memories. You stand slowly to rebut such a position. You claim this current form to be the result of misuse of creation energy to be avoided at all costs. An undying curse wherein one must constantly call forth the memories of humanity and the past to hold on to what shreds of humanity are left to us, lest we all become mad like the lost ones. Perhaps even all creation stone needs to be gathered and sent back to whence it came, so small ones don't make the same mistake we did. Your sister expresses anger towards you. Your face glows bright and fierce. Her face glows bright and fierce. She calls for all who desire a new future with a new power they've gained in this form to follow her. She claims they will create a new humanity, a place of evolution for the human race, blessed with eternal life and the power of creation at their fingertips. Many leave with her. They are the ones who have broken away from their brethren. Did your folk create the hallows? The other nods slowly, but holds up a finger. The other produces a file and hands it to you to smell. Okay. You feel a bitter stinging sensation hit your nostrils before the consciousness shifts. You stand near what you know to be Drifter's Landing. Though you are no longer you, you are the other in the vision. Small ones have once again begun crossing the great chasm. One such small one is in a fight for his life against a vicious white bear. It is a sad reality, but it has been decided that we will watch and guide if they begin using creation essence, but not interfere with nature's courses. As the small one is nearly expired, you see one of your former brothers appear. They have chosen to go a different way. Their kind seeks selfishly for a disturbing future, one that forsakes the small ones. He heals the small one and disappears with him. The vision begins to shift. You look out upon a mountain valley. You're near to Abaxis, your once great city from before the Great Assault and the transformation. You see former brothers and sisters, the ones who've broken away, hard at work. They have dozens of the small ones in captivity. They appear to be making dwellings for them. In the distance you hear the tortured screams of what can only be the voices of other small ones, for we have altogether lost our voices. Vision begins to shift. You stand with the brethren in the Hall of Memories, discussing what your former brothers and sisters are doing with the young ones, the small ones, the young ones. Many claim to have seen horrific experimentation executed upon them. Those who have broken away claim the small ones when they are about to die, and therefore claim a right to their lives. You express that this atrocity must be ended. Others agree the small ones must be protected from this rash course from those who have broken away. The one appointed to lead the watching of the small ones proposes that constructing beacons to summon and revive the dying small ones at central locations protected at us might keep those who have broken away from claiming their lives. It is agreed. We've all seen those beacons. The Watcher notes one problem. Those with too much creation essence within them may not be detected by these beacons. Those with too much creation essence within them may not be detected by these beacons. Those who live in or frequently visit south of the old wall, where creation energy is sparse, may remain within the parameters, but those dwelling beyond may be exposed to too much creation energy to be summoned. You suggest that despite this, some action must be taken, and it may be enough to dissuade those who have broken away from pursuing this line of action. It is agreed we must do what we can to protect small ones from the exploitation of those who have broken away. I think there was anyone else up here. Sorry, too much Olympics. Too much Olympics. Okay, so that's all of the stories that I have. Unless I've missed anyone, which I don't think I have. I'll run around there one more time. I don't think I've missed anyone. Good to me. Definitely need a coffee. I so want to go and look down there. It's not happening. Not on stream anyway. And you too. And that is what we know. So, thanks for watching.